So let's talk about this. Cam Jordan reportedly open to leaving New Orleans as negotiation with Saints hit a snag. Now, shout out to NOLA.com. They covered this as a negotiation between Cam Jordan and the Saints hit a snag. Now, according to ESPN, they're saying that these two sides reportedly not able to reach an agreement on a new contract, and as a result, Cam will test free agency when the league's negotiation window opens. So according to ESPN, the long-term the Saints defensive end is now, quote, open to leave New Orleans, end quote, ahead of his 16th NFL season. So this marks the first time in Jordan's career that he's set to test the free agency market. The Saints and Jordan have historically been able to reach new deals to keep him in New Orleans, even last year when the team is asked to take a pay cut. But much has changed for Cam and the Saints since last year. For one, the 36-year-old defensive end had a resurgent season, leading the Saints with 10.5 sacks. That's his best since 2021. And Jordan earned $2 million in contract incentives, money that the pass rusher considered, quote, service rendered, end quote, for what he was originally owed. So at the end of the season, Cam strongly indicated he wouldn't take as much of a discount to play for the Saints as he did last year. So, quote, the Saints have done nothing but show that they want me to be here, says Cam. Now at what price? Some would say half off this year. Can't do that again, end quote. So Cam, I mean, I'm pretty sure Mickey Loomis, Kai Harley made Cam an offer. And I'm telling you, a lot of this, what Demario Davis and Cam Jordan want, is anywhere between $9 to $10 million a season. That's what I think. That's the asking point for Demario Davis. I think Cam Jordan's around that. I said that before all it started breaking, that I think that's what they want based on the numbers that they had from the following year, where Cam had the 10.5 sacks and Demario had 143 tackles. So they're going to command one last payday. And Cam letting you know, I'm not taking no deals. Saints would like Jordan back, but also want to add another pass rusher to the fold this offseason. So doing so would potentially reduce Jordan's role even further. Despite starting all 17 games, Cam was effectively the team's third pass rusher this season. He played 53.6% of the snaps, though Chase Young missed 5 games this year. Upon his return, Cam Jordan's playing time dipped to less than 46% of the time. So there are also questions of whether Jordan can maintain this rediscovered pass rush productivity. According to ESPN's Bill Barnwell, 5 of Cam's 10.5 sacks were a result of either coverage sacks or bringing the quarterback down based on pressure. His time to pressure is 3.47 seconds, according to Next Gen Stats, was the longest of the 15 players who finished with double-digit sacks. Only 3 of his 30 quarterback came under the 3-second moniker. But in 2025, it was a reminder to count out the Saints' all-time sack leader at your own risk. After recording 2 sacks in 2023 and 4 in 2024, Jordan looked better than he had in years because he was no longer asked to occasionally play inside at the tackle position. That's something that he hated. He always berated Ty Grantham. He considered him one of the worst coaches he had. So when Coach Brandon Staley came aboard, Cam went back to the edge, and then he got back to what he liked to do, right? So along the way, he continued to climb up the league's all-time sack leaderboard. He now ranks 17th with 132 sacks. He's 2 sacks from passing John Abraham, the former Jet, at number 14. Quote, do we expect 10.5 sacks from him? General Manager Mickey Loomis said after the season, no, I wouldn't say that. We expected that, but I'm excited for him. If Jordan leaves, it will likely be hard for many to envision the former first-round pick playing elsewhere, but Jordan's played a franchise-high 243 games across 15 years since being taken in 24th in the overall 2011 draft. He also became a pillar in the community, various charitables, schools, all this kind of stuff. We know he's great in the community, but he's testing free agency for the first time. Doesn't automatically spell the end of his years here in New Orleans, but the two sides, in theory, could still reach an agreement after Jordan sees what else is out there. So the Saints pivoted. They made a step, and Cam has to counter with the market, and the Saints are going to play the market game with a lot of these players. So Jordan hitting the market means the Saints would have to absorb almost $19 million towards their salary cap based on the dead money remaining on Cam's contract, which is set to void, barring a new deal. So, but this is in case, really in case that Cam, Demario, Taysom's, all those contracts are voided. The thing is, the Saints coming up next year have a ridiculous amount, like I think it's $140+ million in salary cap space that can absorb a lot of this stuff going on. But we'll see what the motions are going forward. So Cam's hitting the market. The Saints are going to be cool with allowing Cam Jordan to basically allow the market to dictate his value. Doesn't mean we losing Cam Jordan or Demario Davis, but it's letting you know that whatever Cam and the Saints we're talking about monetarily speaking, the Saints don't see his value at whatever he's asking at. So they're allowing for him to go into the market, so the market to tell Cam, hey man, you got an elevated value of yourself. Let the market smack you to reality. That's what the Saints are hoping for. And then again, there's also the caveat that we could possibly lose Cam Jordan and Demario Davis in free agency as well. That's always a possibility that we have to brace for if we can't get them back under the proper arrangement or respectable deals for both team and player, right? That's what you're looking for. Anyway, that's all I got. What you guys got? Fill in the comment section. Let me know how you feel about this whole situation with Cam Jordan. Do you think the Saints can make it work in terms of the market? Will they pay what the market wants for Cam? Or this could be for him and Demario and others. This could be the end of the ride as the Saints pivot to go to do something else. Y'all fill in the comment section and let me know below. With that being said, shout out to FanDuel, the official sponsor of the show. Feel free to go to FanDuel for all your prop betting. Don't matter what sport. Shout out to Who Dat Nation. Y'all check out the merch and feel free to share the show. Hit the like button. And there's many, I was looking at the statistics, a lot of people that watch the show are not subscribed. Feel free to hit the sub button, man, as I chase the 15,000 is upon us. With that being said, I'm out. Let me know in the chat what y'all guys think. Much love. Peace.
Who that say they gonna beat them Saints? Who that? Who that? Who that say they gonna beat them Saints? Who that? Who that? Who that say they gonna beat them Saints? Who that?
Hey, New Orleans! Whether you're catching up on Saints news at Jackson Square, checking Pelicans scores in the Garden District, or staying updated on LSU while grabbing coffee in the French Quarter, there's one place that keeps you connected to everything that matters in our city. From Bourbon Street to the Superdome, from Preservation Hall to the riverfront, New Orleanians are staying in the know with thewhodatdaily.com. Your daily source for Saints, Pelicans, LSU, and all the sports, music, and culture that makes our city special. At work downtown, at a game in the Dome, or just relaxing by the Mississippi, wherever life takes you in the Big Easy, you can stay connected. Because when you're from New Orleans, you don't just live here. You stay in the NO. That's stay in the know. Visit thewhodatdaily.com and never miss what matters most to Who Dat Nation. Stay in the NO.
Welcome to the Pro Shop, where we create authentic NOLA-inspired clothing for men, women, and children. From Saints jerseys to Pelicans gear, everything's crafted right here in New Orleans. Whether you're shopping the Pro Shop, the Pel Shop, or the Pro Shop Kids, we've got your whole family covered with genuine merchandise that represents our city's spirit. Check for links in the description section below or in the chat.